cool. We need to go to central Manchester where my boy Emil Franchi is. What are you saying, bro?
Hey guys, how's it all going? Glad there was no fallouts there. We're here at the National Foitball Museum in Manchester ahead of a clash between two previous Premier League champions. We've got Manchester City taking on Liverpool this weekend in the early kick-off. There's Mo Salah having a big smile there. He'd like to get his hands on this trophy once again, but we're joined by true fans as well, I must say. Peter Kenny-Jones from Empire of the Cop. We've also got Emily Brobin from BBC Radio Manchester. Now, this is going to be a big fixture. You want your big players for it. Erling Haaland is a doubt for it, and he's about to score his 50th goal whenever he gets it. Are you confident that he's going to be ready for this big game?
Absolutely, yeah. I think he will have a late ankle test, but I'm pretty sure, he will be in the starting lineup. And if he isn't, then we've got Julian Alvarez, who's an absolute quality player. He's been brilliant for us. He scores goals for fun, so what's not to love? We've got options there.
Well, Peter, speaking of scoring goals for fun, Mo Salah, it's his team, isn't it? Man City, he loves scoring against them. He scored in every fixture against them last season. 2 away from 200 for Liverpool in all competitions. Do you think he's going to continue that role?
Yeah, I was saying, unlike Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp hasn't lied about the fitness of any of our players, so Mo Salah's going to be straight in. Hopefully he gets his couple, chasing down some legends in our club, and just say, break that record at the Etihad. There's not many better places to do it.
And you seem very confident about that as well.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, I'd say. Obviously it'd be a massive win if we get there, and fingers crossed, that's what we do.
Now, Emily, you did say that this was a game that still makes you nervous. What is it about this fixture that does that for you?
I just love the sound of the final whistle with this fixture. I think it's an absolute thriller for the neutral. It's pulsating, it's blistering football, it's the pinnacle of the Premier League. Klopp and Pep, it's guaranteed fireworks on the touchline as well, but these are two teams at the top of the game, and it just makes me nervous because they play the kind of football that we love playing through, but there's always a risk with that, and I think we've seen some classics over the years. I'd go back to the one in 2019 where it was 2-1 with Aguero and Sane scoring. That was Liverpool's first defeat that season, and it tipped the title race in our favour, and it's always a bit of a game of chess between City and Liverpool, so I'm nervous. I think it'll be like that again tomorrow.
And Peter, we've named one of the great fixtures there. What about yourself? Which one stands out in your memory?
Yeah, well, I think we both have the dominance at home. I think so. Our best memories are probably at Anfield. Same season we beat them home and away in Europe. We then had a big win in the Premier League as well. It was 4-3, 2 late goals from them. I think we lost our focus a bit. We were celebrating too much, but we got the 3 points, boss celebrations, and that's what it's all about.
Now, these are two really good Premier League teams, and we've asked both fans to name their combined 11 fairly as they can, combining Manchester City and Liverpool players. So, Emily, I'm going to start with yours. Let's just talk through from the goalkeeper to the forwards.
Okay, so it was really tough, I have to admit, between the keepers.
Was it?
Yeah, he was. I've opted for Edison. I know that.
Look at that. Come on.
I know he doesn't start for Brazil, but has Alisson ever won a treble? And he did win us that treble. He got us over the line out in Istanbul. So my pick there is Edison. We go with Kyle Walker at right back. Got John Stones at the back, but he plays the hybrid role. Ruben Diaz I've opted for, but not been at his best this season.
Peter's hyperventilating next to me right now.
Overall, I'd go with him over Virgil, and I've been generous. Right? Okay, this is a bit of a weird one. I've not put Trent at right back because he's not pipping Kyle Walker for me. I've put him in at left back for you. So, you can take that. In the middle, I've gone with, obviously, Rodri, it has to be. Then Kevin De Bruyne when he's fit, Bernardo Silva. Absolute terrier, plays wherever he wants, plays everywhere in the front three. Really tough between Grealish and Doku at the moment, but I've gone with Jack for the control that he has on the game, because he ripped Trent apart last season. Haaland and Salah always scores against us, and Haaland scores for fun.
Spot the Liverpool player in there, I think, isn't it, Peter? Look, how's yours looking? I feel like you might have been a bit more generous to Manchester City.
I did it properly. So if we're going to put the players who win City the treble in goal, then Lukaku would be in. But I'll put Alisson in goal because he's the better goalkeeper. As you said, he plays for Brazil. Pretty straightforward. Trent right back. Maybe Walker's got a bit more defensively, but you can't not have a team. Well, Trenton, you did put him left back, so that's fine, but Trent has to play there. Van Dijk, best defender in the league, back to his absolute best. I was torn between Diaz and Akanji. I went for Akanji only because we saw what Diaz did against Chelsea, diving in, rash, don't want that in your team. Robbo left back, has to be. He's probably the best left back in the league, up and down, and you don't really have one, so that's why it made sense. Rodri, probably the best defensive mid. You've also got De Bruyne, who you can't not pick, and then Szoboszlai. I don't think everyone who's not a Liverpool fan has seen what he can do yet. I really hope this is the fixture where he makes his name. Salah, obviously, Haaland, obviously, and then Bernardo Silva, probably the most debatable one, but he's the best player who I hadn't picked when I had the 10. I think good managers get the best players in the game, and that's why Jurgen Klopp's the manager as well.
The Terrier, as we called him, Bernardo Silva. I'm never going to forget that one. Well, we'll leave all of those decisions to be made by the managers at the game tomorrow. But right now, let's go and see when Kyle Walker caught up with Joe Gomez, the Liverpool defender, speaking about some of his influences. And we've got all sorts. I mean, we've got video games over in the corners over there. We've got blow football over here. But there's one that most people will recognise, and our two fans from earlier are currently trying their hand at it. Subbuteo. What makes this game so loved?
I think with Subbuteo, it's just so enduring, isn't it? It's absolutely iconic in its appeal. It's a game that kind of emerged off the back of the Second World War and it's kind of gone through many incarnations. Playing a very modern version here, but of course, going back to the 1950s.
Planes are a very heavy term there.
Yeah, going back to the 1950s, it's got some universal concepts which have, stayed around where, flicking to kicking and, it's a very dedicated fan base, I think, all over the world.
Are you any good at this game?
Categorically, no.
Our guys here on the table aren't actually doing that well either. Emily's just missed the ball there, and Peter's just launched a Subbuteo player under a man's foot, actually, so we'll try and retrieve that. It looks okay, there's no injuries there. There's maybe like a precursor of what's going to happen. Shall we maybe make this easier for you both and do a penalty each at each player's Subbuteo keeper that we've got here? So, Peter, Liverpool going to go first against Edison in goal, who you said was rubbish earlier?
Yeah.
Right, let's see. So let's have a nice big run up. What do you think of the technique here, David?
Oh, well, champion there, from what I can see. Is it going to go in?
The player went in, but the ball didn't.
Yeah.
Great save from Edison. Let's take it up to the other end. Here we go. Erling Haaland, who might be injured tomorrow. Emily, are you ready? Let's see what he's like against Alisson.